and a referendum to be held August 2nd, 2012, or other appropriate date. I can have a motion and a second.
Second.
In order for us to, well, let me back up. We received this week, and I think you should have your copy of the SES study, and I'll be announcing some dates that I want people to have pencil and paper to write down later, so there'll be no confusion on that as to when we'll be meeting with those people. But in order to move forward and to be able to make a decision if we so choose to hold a referendum, we need to go ahead and get this on second reading, even though we haven't received the study. And then after the study, we will have third reading and our public hearing and our third reading. Barbara, do you want to make any comments on this?
I want to be sure that the board has seen either marked up or clean versions of the amended version.
This is the one that you sent in, and it's,
okay.
Yeah, the second, I have the second copy that's been corrected. I just gave them the corrected, but I have the one that corrected the title.
Do you want me to explain why
Do you want me to read the corrected one?
You don't need to read it, but if you let me just explain what
part of the corrections, of course, deal with the title and setting the date for it, and then the rest of it spells out what the question is. Would you like me to read what the question is going to be, Barbara? You think that would be good to read it into the minute? Okay. The question on this is going to read, there will be a special referendum if we so choose, and the question will read, shall the City of Millington create a municipal school district that shall meet the standards and adequacy established by applicable state law and regulations, which standards include raising and spending each year the required amount of local funds for the operation of the municipal school district, that for calculation purposes only would be at least equal to the amount that would be raised through a 15-cent tax levy on each $100 of taxable property for each year if all such taxes were collected, and the voter will choose either yes or no on that. And so that is what that first ordinance deals with. Any questions or discussion on this?
Mayor, we need a vote on the amendment.
Do we need to vote on? Do we need? Oh, okay.
Since
all right.
Already passed
Excuse
on
me.
one reading, we need to vote.
I did not give them a corrected copy. I didn't understand that, Barbara. I'm sorry. We have amended, there is an amendment from where it was the last time, where we added in the August 2nd date or other appropriate date. That is exactly what your ordinance says. We have included in this, as your ordinance is, the yes or no vote. We have included in this the section under Section 2. It says the City of Millington, and we've added in accordance with state law. And we've removed the section not less than 60 days prior to that date after the date of the municipal election. And we've added Section 3, which was not in the first reading, and it is, if the Shelby County Election Commission cannot hold the municipal special referendum on August 2nd, 2012, the municipal special referendum shall be held on a date within the time prescribed by applicable law. And so those sections have been added there, as I understand, for clarification purposes and to match the other cities' ordinances. The copy that you have is corrected to reflect that. So the motion that I will need is to move to amend
the amendment. And then a motion.
Motion to approve the ordinance as amended.
Second.
Brett seconded it. And is that, and then we can vote?
Yeah.
All right, thank you. And I have roll call.
Mr. Hyde?
Aye.
Mr. Lowry?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mr. Martin?
Aye.
Mr. Ford?
Aye.
Mr. Brothers?
Aye.
Mr. Garber?
Aye.
All right, the next item on the agenda is Ordinance 2012-4, and this also relates to the school, and I will read the amendments as we go through, and I need a motion after we go through this. An ordinance to raise the sales and use tax in the City of Millington from from 2.25% to 2.275%, and to request a referendum of the people to approve the ordinance. And the amendments are the City of Millington is in need of funding to establish and operate a new municipal school district. That's under the third whereas. A fifth whereas has been added that you have in there, whereas a public hearing before the Board of Mayor and Aldermen on the ordinance, and it states the date where it will be held pursuant to notice thereof being published in a newspaper of general circulation within the city of Millington, and we'll supply those dates as we come forth with that. And then in section 2, this added to section 2, and you have it in yours, is the City of Millington shall furnish a certified copy of this ordinance to the State Department of Revenue in accordance with regulations prescribed by the Department of Revenue. The Department of Revenue shall collect the sales tax and interest and penalty for delinquencies. Interest and penalty for delinquencies shall be imposed and collected in the same manner as the interest and penalty is imposed and collected by and for the State of Tennessee. The State of Tennessee rules and regulations as promulgated and as may be amended, changed, added, or rescinded by the Commissioner of Revenue for the State of Tennessee sales tax shall apply to the local option sales tax and the administration of the local option sales tax. Section 3 has been amended to read, the City of Millington designates the mayor to receive any notice of a payment made under protest to the Commissioner of Revenue, and that the sales tax will be collected by the Commissioner of Revenue. Section 4 is amended to read, the city clerk shall submit this ordinance to the Shelby County Election Commission with the request that the following question be placed on a ballot in an appropriate election. We have added a number to that, and the first ordinance shall read, shall Millington Ordinance number 2012-4, which increases the municipality sales tax from 2.25% to 2.75%, except where the sales tax rate is limited or modified by statute, be approved, and residents will vote for, yes, against, no. Section 5 says, if a majority of those voting in the election required by Tennessee Code Annotated, Section 67-6-706, vote for the increase in the tax imposed by this ordinance, collection of the increased tax levied by this ordinance shall begin on the first day under the applicable laws of the State of Tennessee. If a majority of those voting in the election votes against this ordinance, the increase in sales tax shall not take effect. I made a motion as amended.
Motion to approve as amended.
Any discussion? And these parallel the other municipal?
These parallel
Barton's.
It's not part of it.
For this sales tax increase to become effective, and I thought I had read somewhere, and I don't see it anywhere in the ordinance, that it had to have a 2/3 vote?
No, 66. It's 66% on the school system.
tax, but this is just the normal sales
But
tax.
the sales tax is
Okay.
Now, and let me just say that this ordinance probably will be amended again before third or on third reading in order to change section 5, depending on where the city is with going, if you go forward with this. We may want to be more specific about the date when the collection will start. And at that point, we will want a vote on the amendments and then a vote on the ordinance as amended.
Didn't we discuss making a stipulation that this to be designated just for the school system? Didn't we do something like that?
Well, we don't want to make it a school system only tax. We want it to be part of, or at least I think that's what the board wants, us to make it part of the regular sales tax. We've said up here that I think is this one, that the city is in need of funding to establish and operate a municipal school.
Okay, as long as it's for that.
There has to be a lot of education and communication about what's going on with these two items here. Because one without the other is no good, and we have to have them both passed if we even think about a school system. That's what the public wants.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Lowry?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Mr. Morgan?
Aye.
Mr. Ford?
Aye.
Mr. Carruthers?
Aye.
Mr. Garza?
Aye.
Mr. Ryan?
Aye.
Next item on the